Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. You always see someone who's courageous and he is self-confident, strong, and independent when that one dares to oppose the majority or the current. Why? Because it's in his interests or convictions, values, or respects himself. In this case, I have to say that I admire China. Why? Because looking at its might, it shouldn't be intimidated by anyone on this planet. Now, I have my own, ups and downs with China, and I call things the way I see them. I do the same thing with everybody else, including the Russians, Romanians, Hungarians, Americans, Canadians, and Ukrainians. And now I have to say that I am impressed with China. And not really impressed because I expected it, but sometimes um, I am afraid that the house of cards is just the palace is just a house of cards that you just blow and it's going to collapse, which is China. In what? In its international relations vis-a-vis Russia and the West. China is a very, I don't want to sound too cheap. Its culture, its civilization, it's thousands of years old. They've been around the block a few times. So they basically, on this planet right now, they have this. They need military security and they need an economic cooperation with anyone on this planet. That is, we want to improve our standard of living. You want to develop our countries more and more, but we want to do it independently. And how do we do that? Making sure that we are protected militarily. Financially, it seems like they're safe. That is, they got a lot of money and the investments pour in China. It's too late. China escaped. You can't say, well, we're just going to put our investments in China. Too late. You already, how should I put it? You already deserted these countries where you made your profits and you took it out and you invested somewhere else. And these guys right here, their standard of living goes down, and standard of living in countries that were very low, now they're improving. Anyway, it's a kind of like, they call it leveling, but not leveling by, like that, leveling like that. Like equity here in America. That's the way equity is. You drag down the capable and you push up the incapable. Yeah, that's my definition of equity, nevertheless. So what's going on here? In Davos, if you remember, Zelensky was invited, obviously. He was given the false, how should I put it, false respect. These guys are not respecting Zelensky. I don't think so. What to respect? A clown that is the puppet of some interest through the United States of America. But he was given the importance. He's Zelensky and then Yermak. Now Yermak, for people who don't know who Yermak is the chief of staff of the White House, let's put it this way. So he's the chief of staff of Zelensky. Like in America, United States of America, you have the chief of staff, the White House chief of staff, not the military, White House chief of staff. Question for my American people. Do you know who is the chief of staff of this country? I can't even remember his name. Ziegler. He's Jewish. Nothing wrong, right? Nothing wrong with that. Why should it be? I mean, after all, you got Blinken and you got Newland over there as well. So, and you got Yellen. Anyway, and Zelensky too, in the other side. So this Yermak is very important. And he tried to secure a meeting with a Chinese delegation in Davos. Chinese delegation in Davos looked at his interest and said to Yermak, no, we will not meet Zelensky. Off. And everybody's like, oy vey, how is that possible? Everybody kisses our ass. We don't deserve it, but anyway, it's all fake. When you want to, let's say you want to introduce someone in a group, and that someone, not a good, resume, and you bring this guy is this and this and this, and you overemphasize his achievements, everybody will say, oh, this guy is, but after a while they figure out who this guy is. They figure out the dynamics, or when this guy's gonna start talking again, oh, come on, we know who you are. That was all inflated. So what do we have here? Let me show you two articles. I'm going to use first a milder article, which comes from the New Voice of Ukraine, and then I'm going to use the real article from Sputnik, from the Russians. So start with a milder one. The New Voice of Ukraine. Chinese delegation declines to meet with Zelensky at Davos. All right, and this is January 17th, 2024. Today, don't leave me here, please. Okay, I'm here. Don't worry, baby doll, stay over there. You're okay. Let's put the mother. Anyway, despite Kiev's efforts to establish robust diplomatic contacts with Beijing, the Ukrainian delegation at the World Economic Forum in Davos did not meet with Chinese officials attending the event. The Chinese delegation was huge. According to Blinken, Blinken was exasperated and asked the Swiss authorities, the prime minister, he said, what is going on with this? Why are they? And they go, oh, well, no. Even the Americans thought that the Chinese will take over Davos. Anyway, according to the report, the head of the president's office, this guy, Andriy Yermak, right, has previously indicated the need for China to engage in peace negotiations aimed at ending Russia's war against Ukraine. Yeah, they say, well, you know what? This is the way they treated the Chinese, the Chinese delegation. Well, I think we're going to get them. What do you think, guys? We should accept China. Yeah, I think China should be in. And China said, Ukraine, who the f are you? And you, the other weasels, who are you? The European Union and all the countries in the European Union. You deal with me and you decide if I should attend the party. I am the party. And everybody's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you a story if I have a chance. But anyway, by the end of this video, a personal story with two weasels who did the same thing to me. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Anyway, let me show you the rest of this little article here. So, hinted the president. So, Andriy Yermak previously indicated the need for China to engage in peace negotiations aimed at ending Russia's war against Ukraine, and hinted that Ukrainian President Zelensky might have the opportunity to speak with Chinese Premier Li Qiang in Davos. And he says, in the end, Ukraine made no headway on getting China to commit to negotiations, and Zelensky and Li failed to speak. Well, this is your interpretation. Let me give you the Russian interpretation. Boom, boom, boom. Sputnik. China refused to meet with Ukrainian officials in Davos, despite Kiev's request, reports. Now, which one do you like, the Ukrainian article or the Russian article? Well, either way, doesn't matter what kind of word you use. The point is, the fact is, Chinese delegation, the premier, did not meet Zelensky. Now, he did not want to meet Zelensky. It was the other way around. We can only guess that one. No? I mean, China says, okay, you laughed in our faces when we came with our peace proposal, negotiations. You said, nah, only the genius Zelensky's 10 points, whatever is yours is garbage. And the Chinese says, yeah, okay then, bye-bye. We tried. You can look back in history. We tried. You kicked us in the ball, or at least you tried. But here it is. Let's move on. Let's see what these guys are saying. This is the premier. Beijing has rejected Kiev's request to hold a meeting between the Ukrainian and Chinese delegations on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. Politico reported on Wednesday. So Politico, citing unnamed U.S. officials. The Ukrainian delegation, including President Zelensky, left Davos without meeting the Chinese delegation led by Premier Li Qiang, although Kiev clearly expressed its intent to hold such a meeting, the report said. Zakharova was so sad. According to a U.S. official cited in the report, Kiev requested a meeting with the Chinese delegation in Davos, but was refused. So according to a U.S. official, Sputnik says. Now, I don't know. That's according to Politico, right? Was the Politico the one these guys used? Yeah, Politico. Come on, don't cry, Zakharova. However, the report also cites an unnamed Ukrainian official who refutes this account by saying that Zelensky's team never asked for a meeting with the Chinese counterparts. Okay, so this guy say yes, the other guy said no. The fact is they did not meet. So that's a failure for Ukraine, for all of us actually. Another US official claimed that Russia asked China to cease diplomatic encounters with Ukraine, and that was the main reason that the meeting was not held in Davos. Another US official claimed that Russia asked China to cease. Yeah, and the Chinese listen to the Russians. You gotta be kidding me. The World Economic Forum gathering is taking place in January 15th to 19th and includes about 2,800 participants from some 120 countries. So it's up to you. The point is they didn't meet, and China is clearly in the military issues, is clear with Russia. This is what China wants. I want to be secure and prosperous. I need resources, Russia. I need the military assurances and security from Al Capone invasion, Russia. I need investment and a market where I can sell my garbage, United States of America and the Western countries. That's all they need. That's all they want. They don't want Ukraine and Gabarene and Pakalen, Sapalen. Now let me tell you my little story with these two weasels. It occurred 10 years ago, something like this. There were two guys that I didn't care for. We were at a party, if you want to. I think it was not a party. It was a party, but it was Thanksgiving. Yeah, Thanksgiving, and I was invited. To family. We met some other people. We know those people. I knew them. So it was a he and a she, married, unfortunately, and have kids. Anyway, 4. Jesus Christ, man, a lot of. So here they were over there, and we had some political conversations. They are very, very liberal, like brainless liberal, brain dead liberal, or that's an how do you call it? Contradiction. It's not contradiction. How do you call it, man? Pleonasm. I don't know how you call it here. I know how you call it, but I can't remember. Doesn't matter. The story. So the guys were like talking to me, and they were impressed by me. And listen, I gave them from 0 to 10 a 1. All right, and they were talking to one another. Hey, Gigi. Hey, Mimi. What do you think? Do you think we should take Emil to the church? Me, the church. You want the church to implode or something? Anyway, so they said, what do you think? And they were talking in front of me like they were making a decision if I would be accepted by their leader in the church to join their group of geniuses. And I was like, nobody asked me if I want, They were just talking to one another. Do you think, and then they asked me this question, do you think that every life has value? Or something like this. And I was like, shit, what's going on? Oh my God, Nuru Nararuru is going to come and get me to the Scientology temple here or something. And I said, well, every I was like, what the hell is going on with these guys? I didn't want to sour the whole thing over there. It's already, I fucked them up politically, so I said, leave them alone. But still, they wanted to get me into their group. What do you think Juju Gaga would want Emil? Let's see if Emil passes the test. Do you think that every life has value? And I'm like, oh, sure, yeah, sure. But in my head was like, if it had value, then why do you fucking just, you have all these kinds of diseases and women die in childbirth and the babies die and all these things. If it has value, they were talking religiously. It was, oh, that's a plan. I got it. All right, I got that interpretation. If that's a plan, it's like you see over there crimes occurring and you stay over there and wait. I have a plan. And you wait all those crimes to occur, but you have a plan and you wait. Are you moral? I don't think so. So you see someone, let's say raping some women over there, and they are right now doing it, and over, and you stay outside and say, well, I let them do that because I have a plan. What kind of plan that is? Wouldn't you go and stop that? But no, you stay and wait because you have a plan. Hey, hello. All right, thank you very much for being with me again today. China proved again that is just acting the way every country on this planet should act upon its people's interest. That's it. Yeah, if you want to, no, may have some treaties with some, but still, you fulfill, you follow, you achieve your interest. That's what it is. Thank you very much, national interest. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.